Master the art of internal focus. How to thrive while everyone else panics most. People lose control the moment life becomes uncertain. Panic spreads faster than logic. The few who stay focused quietly take control of their future. Most people believe success depends on external conditions. They think they will perform well when the environment is stable, when the economy is strong, when people around them are calm. But reality does not work that way. The world is unpredictable. Markets crash. Companies fail. People lose jobs. Unexpected problems appear without warning. In moments like these, the average person reacts emotionally. They panic. They complain. They look for someone to blame, while they are distracted by fear. They lose their ability to think clearly. Internal focus separates disciplined individuals from everyone else. It is the ability to control your attention regardless of what is happening around you. When panic spreads, most people begin reacting to every piece of information they see. News headlines, social media opinions, rumors from coworkers. Their mind jumps from one worry to another. This constant reaction destroys their ability to make rational decisions. A focused person behaves differently. They accept that chaos is part of life. They do not waste time wishing things were easier. Instead, they narrow their attention to what they can actually control. Their effort, their discipline, their daily actions. This mindset keeps them stable while others become overwhelmed. History repeatedly shows the same pattern. During difficult periods, most people slow down. Fear reduces their productivity. They delay decisions. They stop taking initiative. But disciplined individuals move in the opposite direction. They become more focused, not less. They simplify their priorities and concentrate on the work directly in front of them. Internal focus is not something you are born with. It is a skill built through repeated discipline. Every day you decide whether your attention belongs to you or to the noise around you. Most people surrender their attention without realizing it. They check their phone constantly. They consume endless news updates. They react to every small problem. Their mind becomes scattered, and scattered attention produces weak results. A focused individual builds mental boundaries. They limit distractions. They avoid emotional arguments. They stop engaging with unnecessary drama. Their goal is simple: protect their ability to think clearly and act consistently. Thriving during chaotic times does not require genius. It requires stability. While others panic, the disciplined person continues working, learning, and improving. Small, consistent actions create momentum, even when the environment feels uncertain. Over time, this difference becomes obvious. People who panic fall behind because their energy is spent on fear and reaction. People with internal focus quietly accumulate progress. They build stronger habits, better skills, and more control over their lives. In the long run, calm focus always outperforms emotional reaction. The greatest advantage of internal focus is emotional control. When people panic, their emotions begin to dictate their decisions. Fear, anger, and frustration start driving their actions. In this state, even intelligent individuals begin making poor choices. They react too quickly. They abandon long-term plans. They chase short-term comfort instead of long-term progress. A person with internal focus understands something important. Emotions are temporary, but decisions have consequences. Instead of reacting immediately, they pause. They observe the situation. They give their mind time to analyze, rather than simply respond. This small pause is powerful, while others are reacting impulsively. The focused individual is thinking strategically. They ask simple but powerful questions. What can I control right now? What is the most productive action I can take today? What decision will matter 6 months from now? These questions pull the mind away from panic and redirect it toward progress. Most people underestimate how dangerous constant information exposure can be. Every day we are surrounded by breaking news, social media debates, economic predictions, and endless opinions. The brain is not designed to process this much noise. When you constantly absorb chaotic information, your mind begins to mirror that chaos. This is why highly focused individuals carefully control their information diet. They do not ignore reality, but they avoid drowning in it. They limit the amount of news they consume. They avoid endless scrolling. They stay informed just enough to understand the environment, but not so much that it destroys their clarity. Internal focus also requires a strong personal routine. When life becomes unpredictable, routines create stability. Simple, daily habits anchor the mind. Waking up at the same time, exercising regularly, working on meaningful goals every day. These habits send a powerful signal to the brain. No matter what happens outside, your internal system remains stable. People who lack routine often feel overwhelmed because their entire life depends on external circumstances. When something unexpected happens, everything collapses. But disciplined routines create a foundation that remains stable even during uncertainty. Another important principle is selective attention. You cannot focus on everything. The human brain simply does not work that way. The people who thrive during chaotic times deliberately choose a few priorities and ignore everything else. They accept that some things will remain unresolved for now. This level of focus may appear cold to others. People might say you are detached or unemotional. But the truth is that disciplined focus is not about ignoring problems. It is about refusing to let every problem control your mind. The ability to remain internally stable while the world around you becomes unstable is one of the most valuable skills you can develop. It protects your judgment. It preserves your energy. And most importantly, it allows you to keep moving forward when others become stuck, while panic spreads quickly. Calm focus spreads slowly but powerfully, and the individuals who master it eventually rise above the noise. In every generation, there are moments when uncertainty spreads through society. Economic shifts, global crises, sudden disruptions that make people question their future. During these moments, the majority reacts the same way. They panic, they slow down, they become mentally paralyzed by uncertainty. But a small group of individuals behaves differently. They understand something that most people never learn. Chaos is not just a threat, it is also an opportunity. When everyone else is distracted by fear, the focused individual gains a massive advantage. While others hesitate, they continue moving forward. Internal focus is not about pretending problems do not exist. It is about refusing to surrender your mind to them. Think about the people who achieve extraordinary results. They are not immune to pressure. They experience the same fears and uncertainties as everyone else. The difference is that they refuse to let those emotions control their behavior. They train their mind to return to focus again and again. Every time the world becomes noisy, they simplify their attention. They return to the basics. What matters today What action moves me forward? What can I improve right now? This constant return to focused action creates momentum. Momentum is powerful. Small actions repeated daily create results that most people never imagine, while others spend their time reacting to problems. The focused individual spends their time building solutions. Years later, the difference becomes impossible to ignore. People who lived in constant reaction remain stuck in the same place. Their time was consumed by worry, distraction, and hesitation. But those who mastered internal focus quietly built a different life. Stronger discipline, greater opportunities, more control over their future. The truth is simple. Your environment will always change. News cycles will always create panic. People will always react emotionally to uncertainty. But your attention is one thing that can remain under your control. If you learn to protect it, direct it, and focus it on meaningful action, you gain an advantage that most people never develop. Because in a world full of noise, distraction, and panic, the person who masters internal focus becomes unstoppable.